Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be trying to push up into Mythic. I'm just on the cusp of Diamond 2, and we are trying out a deck inspired by Seth Manfield, ported over for Best of One Historic. It is a kind of turbo Magma Opus geahulk deck. So it's kind of the core, what we've seen, Mythic's Mastery, Opus, geahulk to get kind of value that way there. And the card that you're seeing play in Standard, Unexpected Windfall, joins the fold here. Basically discard a card, draw 2, create 2 treasures. A lot of free value that can be accrued here, kind of lets you chain together. Casting it off geahulk also gets you some value that way as well. And the card that we're going to try out in the shell, I'm 11-5 with this list so far. Smoldering Egg, just another point of attack. So if the graveyard gets cut off, you can go with this. It's a blocker early, and then late game kind of turns the corner fairly quickly. Kind of piecing it together, we have a Spikefield Hazard, it's just a spell and a land. Unholy Heat, we have Soul Guide just for the graveyard decks, a split of Anger and Sweltering Suns. I like Sweltering Suns as a split in Best of One because in the matchups you don't want sweepers. It's basically a 3-mana draw card. I switched to a Brazen Borrower over an Expressive Iteration. There's a lot of 9 lives combo in Diamond. That's part of the reason why I had to switch off Shamans for the time being. So we have Bone Crusher that breaks the lock, and then Brazen Borrow also another point. A lot of them now are playing Leyline to prevent you from targeting the face. And then just Prismari Command to kind of tie the room together. We have Hall of the Storm Giants as well as a win con, and then just a Triome just as a cycle land. We don't have an Izzet Cycler, so we're going with that. So let's give this a go, see how it plays. As always, if you do enjoy the content, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. All are free and easy ways to help out the channel. We will try to get out as much content as possible prior to my move, before the boxes fully consume me. I think this hand's fine. Egg on 2 is pretty good. We have these Magma Opus that can help dig us. It's a bit annoying. They're on Phoenix. So we're probably going to just pop the command. The best would be if they drop like... Oh, they're just Jeskai. We'll let them make the first move. They might just cycle this. But this will just be treasure. Let's go. I like our hand right now, so create a treasure, destroy an artifact. They might have a counter, but I need to kind of start baiting this out. That actually works out pretty well. So now I can Windfall here. I'm going to hold these in hand. In this matchup, just end-stepping them can be relevant. And we're basically just a land now from Magma Opus. If they have Wrath of God here, we can technically 4 damage, but I think having the lands are probably worth it. Sulfur Falls. Okay, so we can 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could geahulk Opus if they tap out. But we'll probably do that on end step. Let's see what they do. We technically have lethal on board. Jebaited. Bye, friend. So we're kind of like this hedge between a control combo deck. We're a lot more linear, and the dragon we saw that game allows us to have this threat with 4 toughness is really relevant in the formula. Unholy Heat in the format Unholy Heat can hit it, but Unholy Heat hits pretty much every reasonable threat in the format, unless you're playing like Reanimator. But took down a Diamond 1, we're into Diamond 2. So lead on Steam Vents. We don't know how aggressive they are. They might be on elves. I think getting this going early is beneficial. And then the nice thing too, this allows us to play sweepers and it doesn't kill our egg. Okay, they have Archdruid. I think I just want to slow them down. We want to hit a line drop here. Archdruid just represents a lot of mana. Sweeper would be really good, or land. So we probably want... Spike Field doesn't actually do anything. So... I think we gotta set up for an opus here. Missing the line drop there kind of hurts, but if we can find a sweeper, it's also good. This also allows us to potentially torrential. These are basically free for the opponent. Really want to find anger here. 2 and 2 on the War Master. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're 7. I mean, they're playing into an anger. Jesus. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of silly. Anger the gods? You're not the anger I wanted for Christmas. Okay, so 2, 1, 1. We'll just tap, tap. And then we need to do 2 to this. And then we can deal 2 to this. Anger was 1 card away. Do we currently die on this board? So they have 5, 6 mana. I think we shock in and just play out another egg. All things considered, it could soak up a lot of damage. And the reason we took this out is because that activates on 6. Concession. We done here, friend? We're done here. The power of the dragon. You can probably play Niv Mizzet in this deck, but I think the Opus plan's just a lot more impactful. Luris, we have an iteration, we have an anger. I think all things considered we keep it. This is Arcanist, our hand's pretty solid. Auras. Auras can be a bit annoying. We're probably gonna have to set up a Prismari. Spike Field's not bad. So I could Prismari, I can do... Because depending on how big they go... Let's do this. That's unfortunate. So let's put Bone Crusher in hand. No, let's put the land in hand. Put Bone Crusher away, just exile that. That was a really shitty Prismari. I want to get the Selfless off the table. There is a bit of an issue if they get to 4 toughness. Okay, that's actually fine. This was part of the reason I kept running into Hushbringers with... And then if needed, I have Anger to flashback. We have this Unexpected Windfall. They don't have enough to Sentinel's Eye back from the graveyard. I actually think their hand's pretty bad. Like, if that's what they have, I don't want them to get the card advantage. And at this point, like, they could get Luris to hand. So if I do this, that's 4. I don't have enough to cast it. So deal 2, draw 2. Let's discard Unexpected and the Bone Crusher. So here, if they go to attach something, I can geahulk. So, see what they do here. With Cartouche, I think we need to force it here. And I'm just going to dig for Magma Opus. They have to sack the Savior here. That's pretty free. And like they can put a bunch of stuff on this. We have Brazen Borrower. Sick. So I think we pass here. I'll Magma Opus this turn to get enough power into the play. Okay. They might have Spell Pierce. Let me see if they attach one more thing here. This plays around Spell Pierce. And then when they go to cast this, then I can Torrential. We did let them draw a lot of cards, but it basically set them back for the turn. So this gives 5, so we need to geahulk here. Get the Spell Pierce. You don't. Alright, just cruising. Smacking faces, taking names. Just pure magma. I just think Dr. Evil. The Brazen Borrower is clutch there. We probably are okay, but we would only have one tap, but just resetting and tempoing them for the whole turn. Oh, playing number 8 Mythic, Sauvaja. I think we're okay here. Don't know what they're on yet, but probably turn. Just play this out on one. I don't know what they're on, but Could be Enchantress. Let's set up. Could be humans. If it's humans, we have Sweltering Suns. Enchantress. It's kind of annoying. Don't get the cast just yet. Turn 3 Opus would have been nice. One of Spikefield kind of biting us there. I think I'm just going to replace this with a land. It's probably something we kill on sight. Fortunate thing is I can't directly target it, which kind of sucks, and I don't want them to have the Enchantress value. I think we just have to 1-for-1 here. A couple missed line drops have hurt. If they didn't have Sterling Grove, we could have just killed it, but... Notably, this, if they have Solemnity out, doesn't get counters on it, so it's useless in this matchup. Well, that was all for naught. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Jeez. I think we are going to try to find a land here. Man, it's just not working out this game. Could probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Just get egg going. This might entice them to play Solemnity out. They can crack the Sterling Grove. If they do, that opens things up for us. But their engine's kind of going here. Actually, if we could get them to commit another creature or two. Okay, now I can't win. If they're playing Leyline, it's a pain. Yeah, we're dead. They, Sterling Grove just goes and finds thing, and then we can't win from that point. The play was probably actually just casting Sweltering Suns there. So normally what we can do is hit them in the face with Stomp to get around the protection. But with that board state, they had us locked in a couple ways. That matchup's 50-50. I've won a few times against them. Other times, if they can get like every lock piece, it's a bit harder. Sounds really good. Hopefully it's a creature deck. Okay. Opponent's on some combo nonsense. I think we're just gonna wait because they're gonna want to pump this up. I want them to waste cards here. So they go scale up, and then they basically put the double strike dragon into play. If they have something like Infuriate, that could be bad, but I think forcing them to kind of commit to their board works. I'm surprised they're a diamond with that. Combo seems super fragile. Because you need that, like Unholy Heat, Shock, any sort of bounce, any sort of black-based removal. It's like the definition of glass cannon. Okay, we got Gruul Sleeves. So what are the chances they're on like Shamans or something? Okay, well, against Gruul, we want these. So we're going to take them on Gruul mana. Opponent goes first. Let's hope turn 3 sweepers enough. Yeah, burn. I think I'm good taking damage for 1 turn. Either they're going to have to spend 2 removal spells on this. This kind of gets them to overcommit as well. Yeah, and now we do that. And then next turn I can Mythic Mastery. Oh, nope. Are we willing to take 5? Yikes. Are we willing to take 5? Probably. Because it flips the Smoldering Egg as well. So do that. Do that. It's a little scary. But I think if we just try to get as aggressive as possible... Oh, they actually have those lands we gotta be mindful of. That hits me for 2. Surprised they went with that. I need to keep instant speed available. One, two, three, 4. That doesn't give me enough. It's a little awkward. So let's get rid of Mastery. If they have any burn, we're dead. Ringleader's not enough. See, that last turn, I think they should have just done that. We're not dead yet! Even dealing 5 to ourselves and flooding out pretty hard. We're not dead yet. Let's give this one more go. It's felt pretty good. Like, we lost to 9 lives, which they very much stacked us. Just gonna check what we're at score-wise with the deck. We are currently 16-6. And I've lost like 2 or 3 times to 9 lives. Playing Jesse. A little slow, but hopefully this can bide us some time. Yes, what we wanted. Another 6-drop. I think we're just gonna take this off right now. And then we draw anger. Need a land. Need a land. Can I get a land? That's what I was worried about. Okay. So we'll do this turn. If they commit to Krenko, I have anger. Can also dig potentially. So they go Matron here. I think we just windfall here. Okay, we got the egg. And anger. So this is fine because I can flip the Smoldering Egg next turn. Okay, that's very good. We didn't draw a land though. I guess what I can do here... Unholy Heat lets me hit one of their haste enablers. Hope they kind of get a whiff. The downside is we're out of sweepers now. Before they can make a token. Okay, now we're in a good spot. I think we need to start trying to pivot here. So it's probably another Mux. So I think what we gotta do here is that trigger goes up. unexpected windfall. It's got to be the geahulk here. Okay, with opus, that's also pretty good. Do that, do that. So they fizzle it. That's fine. They got Prospector. We're actually gonna do this. If I do this, we're still okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to hit a land. I don't think we can risk it. So 3. I could do 1, 1, 1. And then tap, tap. It's too risky to not hit a land there because they're going to get haste. Okay, we do hit it. I think we're gonna wait on iteration till next turn. I think our life total's low enough that we can't chance it. If they have another Muxus. I think that's an easy block here. Head explodes. Victory has been obtained. Awesome. So deck felt fantastic. Really enjoying this. A lot of lines of play there. We saw there where timing, we bet through a Roiling Vortex, took down Gabagoos. 9 lives continues to be the hardest matchup. And some very heavy counterspell based decks. If Jessica's on the heavier counterspell, it's a little bit harder because we don't really have like a lot of counterplay. They can easily stick it to Fairy or something, but it's a deck. Let me know what you think. Anyways, catch you next time. If you can, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.